Alright, here it is. The final mission.
It's the final countdown.
All in. So, this level is not that hard, but if you're going for the achievement of only blasting your Zerg killer one time,
Only blasting a deuce once.
then it becomes quite difficult. And, you and I had some pretty different strategies here.
We did.
You built a lot of extra bunkers,
Alright, so first,
and I did not build any extra bunkers.
first off, it's important to say that you chose the no nidus worms.
Belly of the Beast was the mission that I picked.
Yes,
preceding
so there will be
this.
no nidus worms, and there will be a lot of air units on this.
So the biggest threat here is, air-wise, is the Broodlords.
Yes, broodlords.
So you got to make lots of teams of Vikings to just kill Broodlords. Besides that, it's not too bad. The Nidus Worms, man, I tried that a couple times and just got smoked.
Yeah, you can't repair your stuff fast enough.
And so, right now I'm just building missile turrets and Zerg slowdowners. That was the last research upgrade I got.
Yes, those are definitely helpful for the ground units. They affect air units as well, which is
Yes.
nice. So when the Hydralisks come flying into your base...
Mutalisks. Hydralisks don't
yes,
fly.
You're right. Mutalisks, when they come flying in your base. Or the Overlords come flying in. They will help.
Yeah. So, what was the normal achievement?
Oh, alright, I'll do the achievements. All in, complete all mission objectives in the all-in mission, which is just finish the mission. Burn and turn, kill 150 Zerg units with the
Oh,
artifact
right. So I did not pull that one off
on this
on
run.
this one because I can only blast it once.
Right, because the Ace's high achievement on this is use the artifact only once on hard difficulty.
So, practice on normal, or I guess you practice on hard, just blasting it a bunch of times until you get the achievement.
Yeah.
What's going on?
The hardest part I thought was Kerrigan, or the Queen of Blades.
Right.
Siege tanks seem to work pretty well against her. Vikings work horribly against her. She just tears them up.
Yeah.
So I don't even try to let my Vikings fight them. I just put out siege tanks and Yamato cannons.
Yep. So what I did is, I bunkered in like every good Terran should. Like, you are not building a bunker wall at the front of your base, which is the first thing I did. And that will help a lot in defending against the ground units.
Yeah, I agree. It was stupid of me not to, especially because bunkers don't use any Vespian gas. And
Yes.
I've got plenty of minerals.
Yes, that's one thing to point out in this mission. You're going to end up with... You're going to max out of...
Oh, so you need to put missile turrets around the back of your base.
Yeah.
You will get hit from the rear.
Yes, but you don't need to build them till about 30%. So there's a little counter on the top right that says what percent charge the artifact is.
Yeah.
You don't need to build those in the back until, like, when it hits 30%, start building a bunch of them behind there, and you'll be fine. They attack from behind at about 35%.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, so what I did is I built, so there's 2 entrances on the left. I built a nice bunker wall, filled them with Marines on the left, and then there's 2 entrances on the right, but I built the bunker wall a little bit further back because it was just too hard to protect and repair all of them on the right side. So I just salvaged that first bunker that's on the right side, moved it down a couple units. Like, basically, there's like a choke point between the 2 ramps.
Yeah.
And I just built a bunch of, like, 2 solid walls of bunkers there.
Okay.
And then massed Vikings and siege tanks.
So I built a second armory so I can be researching upgrades for all my units.
Yep, simultaneously.
Yeah, and I'm upgrading land and air just because I'm going to be using both.
Yeah, and it's definitely good to have, like, I would say 2, well, if you use my strategy, have a couple SCVs at every like major defensive point.
Oh, same with my strategy. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I put out SCVs at each thing to
yeah,
repair.
because they'll repair the bunkers, they'll repair the siege tanks, they'll repair your air units.
Yeah.
They'll repair everything.
And the other thing I did was put a lot of siege tanks on the upper part.
Yes. Siege tanks at the top of those ramps.
And then even on the ramp to the right of the screen right now is a great spot for siege tanks. And just put a missile turret up there with it, and it should be fine.
Unless a brood lord
Right, but
gets close.
that's the biggest key to this mission is just monitoring for brood lords.
Yes, constantly sweeping the areas and looking for brood lords.
Because if you go like 30 seconds without noticing one.
Yeah, he'll tear apart like every single missile turret you have.
Another wave of Zerg flyers.
Yeah, so there's lots of missile turrets. So I think we kind of scanned over this point before, but you're going to get so many more. So you're going to max out 200 economy or food pretty quick. So at that point, if your bunkers have guns on them, just start building bunkers all over your base, because they send those like drop pods into your base, and like sometimes they'll just catch you off guard, and you have to kind of like, take some units away from the front lines to defend your SCVs or your unit producing buildings. And
yeah, when that happened to me, I just called in some hero units.
Oh, okay.
And then just sent
I never think to call in hero units.
I use
forget.
hero units like it's my job.
Yeah, well, I should. I definitely should. That's definitely a mistake on my part.
It's just so great to be able to call in a unit instantly.
Well, and they're stronger and they're cheaper.
Yeah.
Well, not cheaper. They're a little bit more expensive. But
Cheaper for how awesome they are.
for the food that they cost, they are cheaper than normal Marines or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, the bunkers with the guns on top, that's a free unit. They have a ton of health. They have pretty good armor. They auto repair if you have all the upgrades, and they have a gun on top. And they cost no food. So just building tons of those is extremely helpful.
Yeah, the gun is equal to a Marine.
Yeah, they don't do a lot of damage, but they distract.
Right.
So when you get those drop pods in the middle of your base.
So here's the Queen of Blades. So
yeah, use the Yumoto cannons from those battle cruisers that they give you at the start, and just pelt her.
Yep.
And she has like a special move that kills anything in one.
Oh yeah, she destroys battle cruisers with that. And also, you need to have both sides equally strong, because sometimes if one side's weak, she will go to the weak side.
Really?
Yeah.
No. Regret that. That's interesting. I was wondering why she was always going to the weak side. I wasn't sure if it was a pattern. She went left and then right and then left and then right.
It didn't look that closely, but it seemed like every time I had a weak side, she went to it. So I'm like, okay, she's obviously smart. She is the Queen of Blades. She's Kerrigan. She knows all about Terran
units and all
Yeah.
that. That's a good point.
Alright, so I guess we'll continue commentary in the next video.
More Zerg flyers inbound. They're coming in behind you. Watch out.